Chris Paul move was odd. I don't know what's going on over there in that organization. But to talk about Jordan Poole, he's had probably the wildest 12 months of his life, starting from the fact that he went from a championship parade to getting punched in the face to having a dog shit season to not being played in the playoffs to getting traded to the Washington Wizards. If you talk about
getting outplayed by Austin Reeves.
Okay. I mean, Austin Reeves will never hit 6 threes in a playoff
Generational
game.
efficiency in the WCF.
I have records on my phone. I made sure to save them.
I have records too.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Generational efficiency in WCF against the
Hey,
champions.
listen, I told you. Don't let him get paid and he falls off. I will fucking fry you.
Listen, that's just not in his nature.
He's a role player.
He's a good. He's a high-level role player. That's the thing. Austin knows his role. Poole failed to do that.
You know what's interesting that you always say that? I wonder what our team would look like if Reeves started and Steph got hurt. We'd probably lose a lot of games.
Wait, if Reeves started on your team?
Instead of Poole and Steph got hurt, we'd lose a good
Do you
amount of games.
forget that LeBron James was hurt and Reeves had to take a majority of...
Wasn't that towards your end of your schedule? It was mid?
Sort of, kind of, but it wasn't towards the end, really, because LeBron came back.
Let's get back to the take it.
Hey,
let's get back to
Bozo.
the important stuff.
Hey, Bozo.
Here we go.
LeBron came back.
We have the video now, so I will play it.
What are we playing it for?
Rib. Jordan Poole just got traded to the Washington Wizards for the one and only Chris Paul.
I want Mike. I need somebody to set up the UFC boxing match with me and Mike Dunleavy. I just don't get it, bro.
Dunleavy said, bro, we going to have him here for the next 4 years at least. That's our plan. What you got to say to Mike Dunleavy? Talk to me, Rev.
He's a fucking dumb dude. And we gave up the 19th pick.
Bro.
We actually got the key.
Yeah. You thought.
Yeah, I was scared. Yeah, I was scared.
I was scared.
Yeah.
Dumb dick's hilarious.
Sucks for Poole. Getting traded for Chris Paul's nuts. I'll be honest. If I'm an NBA player, I'm in the lab every day, all day, 24 hours. Poole. My confusion is, at what point, like this, what is this version of Chris Paul is gonna do better than Jordan Poole? I don't know. I mean,
Play his role.
Chemistry.
what is he? What chemistry? I mean,
Him and Steph got beef. But
yeah, I don't know. Listen, the Warriors run a fast-paced offense. Chris Paul likes to slow it down. The Warriors are old. They run we don't run pick and roll as much. Chris Paul loves pick and roll. We don't even have a legit pick and roll bigs. It's just Draymond. And Kuminga's a good roller if they ever play him. So it's going to be very interesting. We have $30 million allocated to now Chris Paul, but it's like a 1-year deal. So I guess we get that money back. We save money. You keep Draymond in the event. So now you're pretty much building a team for the Steph window, which what you wanted to do in the first place is continue to win and be at the highest level with Steph. So I understand that. For the Poole perspective, whatever, you now get a team to go have fun, do what you want. That's what you wanted to do. You felt like you could be a starter. Now you can go be a starter for the Washington Wizards at Capital One Arena. I looked up the arena. It's very nasty business. I'll be there, though,
ready to
for
drive
sure.
4 hours to go watch.
Yeah, I'll be there. But, I think the trade, obviously, when you, like, I just don't get, like, maybe somebody can explain it to me. What does Chris Paul can do for you at this point in your career? He got hurt off jumping for a rebound. This is legit. Like, he's old, bro. He's old. He can't defend. I don't. What does he do? Like, what was he gonna do that?
Could pass.
Cool.
Poole's not a bad playmaker.
What was he gonna do that Jordan Poole couldn't do at this point? Like,
not turn the ball over as much, maybe.
Cool.
Not take bad shots.
I'd rather that sometimes than not take no shots at all. I mean, I don't know. Like, Chris Paul, he looked unplayable at times too. So, but I think
You think there's baddies in Washington?
there is.
Oh, okay.
No,
nice.
for sure.
Nice. Good to hear.
Yeah, there's actually insane amount of baddies. I think he'd be all right. But all in all, I think this is great for Washington. They got a low risk, high reward type of thing. Poole's contract will be up in 2-3 years, and he's a young player that they can let have fun, probably build his value up if they want to trade him or build and have him included in their plans. For the Warriors, I mean, you have Chris Paul off the bench, so he's, I don't know. You still need a legit big. You still need some wing depth. What are you going to do with Kuminga? There's still a lot of question marks. And if Draymond even comes back, like, we don't even know if this move completely makes Draymond even come back. Like, that was just to clear up money. We have to hope that Draymond comes back, because if Draymond doesn't come back, this Chris Paul shit is dead. The Warriors are not going anywhere without Draymond Green. He's the heart and soul. He's the defensive rim protector. He's the defensive anchor. He makes the shit go on defense. Steph makes it go on offense. If those two aren't clicking in sync, we are a dog shit team. So this trade it hurt my heart, hurt my soul, but, I am Wizards Nation now.
I think your criticisms are valid. Jordan Poole, it's obvious you have an emotional attachment to him. I think a lot of Warriors fans do. You drafted him. You saw him come up from the G League.
You're on the wave too.
To
That
on
chip
the
run was
Jordan Poole
generational,
wave.
man.
You are.
I mean, if you want to say that, sure.
I will.
That chip run was generational.
I will say
man.
that. No, hey,
Shit was so fraudulent.
I could
man.
joke as
Why'd it have
much
to
as
be
I
us?
want. He was OD
He just knew what he
last
do.
year.
He just knew what to do. Like he was just boom, boom, boom.
The bag was crazy.
He was just doing
The
shit.
shooting was
The
crazy.
fans was loving it.
The
It was-
half-court shots were crazy.
It was a great year, man. Then he got punched, and then life just failed.
I understand the emotional attachment Warriors fans have to Jordan Poole because he was amazing for them in the 2022 playoff run. And at
People are
least
infatuated with
one thing
bags.
you can say about Poole is that he helps you win a championship. The disappointment here lies in the fact that everyone thought, Warriors fans specifically, thought that Jordan Poole was going to be the heir apparent to Steph Curry and take that role eventually as the Warriors' best player down the line one day.
That was Twitter troll. I didn't.
Yo,
think
you're
that.
lying.
think that.
You are
Twitter
fucking
troll.
lying.
That was on Twitter. We
No,
looked it
no,
up on
bro.
Twitter.
Bro, he's fucking.
It was a Twitter tweet.
You are a
You pulled up a
generational
Twitter
liar.
tweet.
You're a
You didn't
generational
believe
liar.
Let's be
It
serious.
was like a 20%
He's
belief.
a generational
27%.
liar.
All right, maybe
Putting
40.
percentages
He's
on belief.
lying.
Keep going.
Nah,
keep
it wasn't.
going.
It wasn't higher than 40. I promise you. I didn't
Maybe
really-
not Steph himself, but
Maybe like
a version, a light of Steph light.
Is there not versions of Michael Jordan?
Sure, that's what I'm saying. I
Oh,
don't
so
think
you're expecting to be Kobe Bryant?
Fuck no. Maybe a little lower. Let's go lower. No, maybe let's go like DeMar DeRozan.
Oh my god.
That's valid. That's valid. That's valid. That's valid.
The real truth about this deal is that it wasn't just Jordan Poole for Chris Paul. It was Jordan Poole for Chris Paul and retaining Draymond Green. I think Draymond Green
Fingers crossed.
is staying.
Fingers crossed.
I don't think he's going anywhere. Hopefully the Warriors are willing to match the money that he wants, because I do believe Draymond wants to be a Warrior lifer. He wants to finish his career with Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. I have to applaud Mike Dunleavy for making this move
I was kind of slouching.
off the simple fact that
I kind of moaned there.
That's off the simple fact that it felt like Bob Myers in his last year as a president was battling between the ideology of sticking with the youth development and winning a championship now. Mike Dunleavy with this move said, we want to win now. We still have Kuminga, Moody. I'm not sure what's going to happen with those two, but we have to be honest about Jordan Poole and the Warriors at this point in time. He was amazing before this season, but once Draymond Green punched him in the face, the chemistry in the locker room totally disappeared. They were awful on the road, and that was never going to be fixed. It wasn't. You couldn't have Jordan Poole in his locker room another year. You can see he was growing frustrated with his role. He wanted to be featured more. And when you're on a team that's trying to win a championship, you have to be unselfish. And Jordan Poole showed down the stretch of the season he was selfish. So I think this move was to get rid of a locker room cancer that has been growing and retain the heart and soul of this Warriors dynasty. That's what it was. They picked between Jordan Poole and Draymond, and I think we can all say, even if it's a tough decision for some people emotionally to battle with, the answer is always Draymond over Poole because he's far more valuable. And Chris Paul, he's not the same player he once was. I am
Please
curious to see how he fits into the offense that is so much
I have
with
no clue.
fast pace. It's a fast-paced offense.
It's like the worst.
They're probably gonna run.
But the
different
good part
offenses.
about this trade is that Chris Paul is now the backup point guard. Chris Paul now enters a season where he doesn't have to play 30 minutes a game. You can play him for 20 to 24 minutes per game. You can be sold on that production. And maybe we're seeing a version of the Warriors where their starters are playing fast pace. Chris Paul comes into the game with reserves, and it's a slower paced game. And the biggest issue with the Warriors the past couple of seasons have been when Steph Curry's off the court, you guys are not good. Maybe this now turns around that tide, and when Chris Paul is on the court, someone who can manage the game and control the game, you don't lose by that many points, and you're starting to win those minutes when Steph is not on the court.
It was always Poole or Draymond. I mean, really since the punch, we probably should have saw this coming. Right when I saw it, first of all, I was shocked that Jordan Poole's trade value was this low. The fact that you had to attach, even though the picks are meaningless, more or less, the fact that you had to attach anything at all and just get Chris Paul back was shocking to me. I thought Jordan Poole, coming off a down year, he's still super young. you still see the potential. I mean, he's going to go there and probably be top 10, 15 in scoring, right? He's going to give you 25 plus probably with the Wizards, given there's really nothing else on that roster. But I was shocked at how low his trade value was. And obviously, Riv, you and Mike Dunleavy are going to have to, chat a bit because it was getting Chris Paul is not the ideal fit for this Warriors offense, which
First move is GM.
which is
Get
so
Poole the fuck out of
it's
town.
just so reliant on
They had a good draft,
movement
though.
and
After saying
athleticism.
that he was looking forward to the next 4 years.
That's what I'm saying. That's where shit kind of.
But GMs do that all the time, and coaches do that all the time. Like Brad Stevens just said, "I love our core. I don't want to mess with it." And he traded Marcus Smart. I mean, GMs really
That's
don't
actually
have
crazy.
That's a more hurtful move, I'll be honest.
Yeah, but GMs don't have
far.
what's the reason for him to go up there and say, I don't know, maybe Poole, maybe not. He's gonna go up there and say, I like our guys, blah blah blah, the regular GM speak. But not only does this give you Draymond, it does give you flexibility in the future because next year you'll be off the Chris Paul contract and you'll be off the Clay contract.
It gives us flexibility before. No, it actually gives us flexibility to sign Draymond and re-sign Clay.
Yeah, but if it comes down to it and you don't have to re-sign Clay, now you're not going to have that much. You should have cap room. If you're just paying, Draymond's not going to be a $40 million cap hit, right? It'll be 20, 25 probably, maybe 30.
I don't see a world
Curry,
they don't re-sign Clay.
I don't think either, but you still have the flexibility. If he does, not perform up to what we're expecting, or he has another playoffs where he really struggles, at least the front office, who, to Joel's point, probably doesn't have as much of attachment as Bob Myers has, you have more flexibility because you don't have Jordan Poole's $140 million contract on the books. So it's a weird fit. I didn't understand the move. But I guess for the future and looking forward to, the CBA, of course, as well, that we're going to be talking about the next couple of years, it's probably a necessary move. The Jordan Poole contract, it's not going to age well. The Wizards, on their side of things, though, they're getting not a flyer because you're paying him so much money, but you're getting someone who's going to be the best player on your team, right? And you didn't have to give up anything for him, and you did get 2 extra draft picks. So for the Wizards, I'm excited. I'm excited for Jordan Poole, who is going to get a reset. It's going to be an incredibly low-pressure environment. The Wizards are going to be expected to win 20 games. He could go out there, he could hoop, get his confidence back. Maybe in a couple of years he get moved on to a contender. But for the Warriors, it's an incredibly questionable move for a team that's trying to win a championship.
We'll see just how good Jordan Poole is with this Washington stint. We're going to see just how good Jordan Poole is. Maybe he's Agent Zero 2.0.
I think he's going to give you 25.
Tell the fans.
Since Gilbert Arenas.
Give me his stat line and efficiency for next year.
I'll go 25, 6-4, like 43, 37, 93 splits.
If he shoots 37% from 3,
that sounds like an all-star to me.
Before.
he has.
That is an all-star.
Yeah.
Why are you acting like he never done
Last year, what was he at?
this year? He's at
I think
33.
Jordan Poole is capable of that. What if he just shocks everybody?
No, he legit be hating.
and the
It'd
Wizards-
be like legit hate.
33%.
What if the Wizards are
I'm not-
playing?
He's never
team
shot
next
lower
year.
than 30. He only shot 33. Outside his rookie year, he only shot 33 once.
What's the difference between him and LeBron at this point, right?
Oh, Christ.
I don't see nothing wrong with wanting to ride out with this core of Warriors players, Clay, Dre, and Steph.
Get it.
I don't see anything wrong with it. Those are the guys that you were a dynasty with. You got to treat them with respect. Those are legends in the franchise.
You take Draymond over Poole and you don't think twice about it.
No, I think
And it had to be done.
The funny part is the thing you said where Dunleavy has no ties. I
That's
think
nice.
he's not afraid to, because no, he had ties with Poole. He was one that was very
because
and
he
he's
was an
not afraid to
organization.
make
the
the cut, because he's the one who kept telling Myers Poole. Like, I like Poole, keep Poole, and then he ended up inevitably like, nah, we got to keep Dre. I understand that's most important. So he's not afraid to make no ties. Chris Paul, I don't know like where he fit. Like,
It's weird.
fuck the Poole's gone. Whatever. All right, you traded Poole. Like, he's going to Washington. Where does Chris Paul fit within the system and the scheme? Will they run a different set when Chris Paul is on the court? Steph is on the court. Will they run slower? Will they run fast? Like, defensively, what is he going to look like? Will he be able to score? How will they run pick and roll? We still have these same big man problems. I don't know where he fits within the roster and the rotation. Now you said you're going to keep Kuminga. What are you going to do with Kuminga now? What are you going to do with Moody? Like, there's still going to be these same issues. You just fixed one less problem.
I'm counting on Chris Paul to be adaptable.
I am too.
It's tough.
But at
It's-
36, man,
It's
that
not.
really
It's
is a
but
luxury. to
no,
me.
it's not even like he's not smart enough
Can
to
he
do it.
adapt to it physically? I think is the
that's
bigger question.
yeah. That's the thing. He even though he can not play 30 minutes and he still gets hurt. Like, regardless.
But
Like,
if he's
I
not
think
giving you
this
those
is
minutes,
better
he'll
though.
be able
You
to
know,
stay
I
healthy,
think
you'd think.
Chris Paul is
You would
going
hope.
from being a lead ball handler, playing 30 plus minutes per game, to now coming off the bench. And I think even if it's more strenuous, there's higher pace involved when he's in the game. I think that his body should hold up better than it was before when he was a starter getting so much minutes. And I do think that the Warriors next year are going to play at two different paces. When Chris Paul is on the court with Steph and Dre and Clay, they will play that same Warriors brand of basketball. But when those guys get subbed out, I think we're going to see slower pace. And Chris Paul knows how to control the game. He doesn't provide the same rim pressure anymore, but I think even at 38, Chris Paul is a better defender than Jordan Poole. He is a better playmaker than Jordan Poole.
I don't know.
No, he's a better defender.
They're both not good.
Yeah.
Jordan Poole's a cone.
Chris Paul was
They're both
just
a
as
cone.
unplayable, bro.
Yeah,
And Chris Paul is going to catch and he's a great catch and shoot shooter as well.
But like, all right, so like when Steph and Poole were on the court, Poole was the point guard. Steph comes off the screen. But the thing was, Poole's ability to put pressure on the rim opens up the court. If Chris Paul and Steph are playing on the same court at the same time, that's a really small lineup. Like really, and Chris Paul puts no pressure on the rim.
I only think the Warriors regret this decision if Jordan Poole really flourishes as a real star in Washington.
Yeah,
I think the only way they
we
would.
know what
flourishes as a
Draymond.
star.
I mean, we know what
Make
Poole's going to give
playoffs?
him. If they make the
They're
play,
a playing
like,
team.
oh,
They're
shit.
competitive.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
we know.
I agree.
I mean, if we see Jordan Poole and we're
right.
like,
You're right.
wow.
You're 100%
But I think
right.
we've seen what Jordan Poole can give you, but you also know he comes with limitations and what he's going to be able to do. Like when Steph wasn't on the court, you saw the numbers, balloon, and he was putting up crazy numbers. But I think we all know Jordan Poole is going to go to Washington and put up crazy numbers, but that's still not going to take away from the fact that he probably isn't the best complementary piece for a team that's trying to contend, at least right now.
We have to just see if his brand of playing basketball is going to add to wins. Really.
Exactly. Yes.
If he's a winning player.
Yes.
But
Which he
I don't
showed
know. I
last
feel
year.
like we should
showed
have gave him
last
one more
year.
year, man. I understand the Draymond contract came and it was a tough time, but like I feel like as great as he had a year last year and as bad as he had, I feel like he should have got one more chance. But unfortunately, the Draymond contract.
They literally gave him no second chance. He was bad this year.
Mm-hmm.
They gave him no second chance.
You want to know why I think that is, though? You give people second chances if you see within their attitude that they're willing to change.
Yeah.
They were with Jordan Poole all year long.
Bro, you didn't see a struggle beard?
I did see it.
Bro,
That's
that
the
tweet
workout beard.
kills me, man.
But they probably saw Jordan Poole's attitude throughout the year and the playoffs, and they just didn't think that it was going to change moving forward.
And that's something
Yeah,
that you
follow
can't
Draymond.
argue with. Yeah. Did he? Immediately?
Yeah, immediately. I mean, maybe he never was following him in the first place, but that was going around social media.